Alright, this is People, Places, Things, and in History. This is Carol Church Gardner coming with you with a brand new one. And today is Friday. So this is my Friday one. I might have to put it on Saturday, but I'll have it on one pretty soon. Hopefully I'll have it on today. Okay, so this is all about, what? Funny songs. The funniest songs that I've ever heard. One of them was when I was a kid. I don't know if you're that old, but I was born in 1971, but you might remember this one. So here's the songs through the years I have heard. One of them was called Beep Beep. I remember it was about a little rambler who was, the guy had his pedal stuck and he had his gears stuck and he couldn't get out of gear, and it was called Beep Beep because the guy was getting mad because the guy behind him was racing and tooting to see if he could help him get out of gear, but nope, he kept going. Another one that was so funny I remember was Sneaky Snake. Okay, so this would go Sneaky Snake in my root beer. He might end up being other things, but it was a snake that went and would sneak in your root beer and drink your root beer. Don't ask me why. The Sneaky Snake would drink your root beer, but I remember this song really, really well. Another one, if you're a Beatles fan, that I thought was funny, it was kind of odd, but it was kind of funny, was the Yellow Submarine. We all live in the Yellow Submarine, the Yellow Submarine, the Yellow Submarine. So, yeah, this one was one of the funniest ones because the sound effects made it a little bit on the odd side, so this one had to make one of my lists that it was the funniest one. Another one that made this list is also, if you remember, Yes, They Call Him the Street. Yeah, look at it. Eli Shelf, his physique. This was Ray Stevens. Yes, this one had to make the list because this one come out in the 80s. I remember hearing it as a kid, and I was not the type to date or get like cuss, so this one was like one I could get away with watching. Another one is, this one is Yakety Yak, Don't Come Back. Put out the dog, put in the cat, Yakety Yak, Don't Come Back. This one was actually a funny tune if you sat there and watched it. Another one would be One-Eyed Horn-Flying Purple People Eater. Yes, and he looks like a purple people eater to me. These were songs that was like joyful and funny. And another one by Ray Stevens is Eric the Awful, the Brutal and Tenacious. Eric the Awful, the goodness gracious. Subtle as a chainsaw, he's got all the sexual graces, he's done, but you could not hide. Well, Eric was actually a Viking. He would chase you down. It's about this Viking who would come to town and wreak havoc on your place, but it was so hilarious I had to add this one to the list. Sung by Patti Page was another one. How much is that dog in the window? The one with the waggly tail. Now, guys, these are ones that the kids can listen to. I grew up on some of these. They're hilarious, so if you listen to them, your kids and you will have a good. Another one is You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo, heard by Roger Millers. I think this was his name. And this one is kind of hilarious, but I'm not even going to attempt to try. I tried to listen to a little bit to do a little thing. Just a swingin', little Charlotte, she's as pretty as an angel, what they say. I can't believe I'm out here on the front porch and it's swinging, just a swingin'. Okay, little Charlotte Johnson and swingin'. Don't care. The next one is Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry did a funny song and it was called what? My ding-a-ling, oh my, ding-a-ling, oh my. Well, they caught me playing with my own ding-a-ling. Okay, so this one's actually funny by the time you listen where this guy has took his ding-a-ling and how much trouble he got into it. When do you really know it's a toy? His grandmother couldn't afford much, so she made a stick and with some string and some bells. This is what Chuck Berry's talking about, so get your mind out of the gutter, you 30 kids that's older than me. My friend the witch doctor, he told me what to do. Okay, so this is another one that's kind of hilarious. You need to listen to it because you want to find out what the witch doctor says and what the witch doctor does. Alright, so another one is... He did the mash. He did the monster mash. Okay, so the monster mash is usually played around Halloween. But, you know, it's also funny to hear the song, how the guy, like, puts his voice, and you want to find out who actually dances with who. Another one that they didn't have on the funniest list that I think should be there is also the Beach Boys. They do one of the Monster Mash, but their Monster Mash is a little bit different, and they add their scenario of the Beach Boys in. So this one's another one that's a top-rated one you want to listen to. Okay, here was another one. I guess if you were a kid, you might have got in trouble. It was a teeny-weeny polka-dotted spotted bikini. And she wore one today. Okay, so this one's kind of funny, but it's also a tongue twister, so you want to watch it. Another one is Alley-Up, Boop, 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 Boop. Okay, so those are two songs that your kids can listen to. And Alley-Up is one of them, and it's actually kind of funny. And Alley-Up is... He was actually a caveman. This is a song about a caveman who lived a long time ago. This is who Alley-Oop is. Another one is Alice's Restaurant. If you listen to this one's kind of humorous because it tells you about a story about this woman who owns or doesn't own the restaurant, but that's what it says. This one's another one. Another one that's funny. It does your chewing gum lose flavor overnight. Okay, so this is about a song. If you can answer the guy that sings the song, yes or no, do you think that your chewing gum will lose flavor? Well, any more days, your chewing gum loses flavor within, I would say, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes tops. So, yes, it would lose flavor. Another one is, if you ever watch, listen to Ray Stevens, is the Squirrel Went Berserk. Yes, in the north-south side of church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a sight for survival. Okay, so this one's a funny one if you listen to it. It's about a squirrel. The kid takes a squirrel, catches his pet squirrel, takes it to where, of all places, church. The church people are, confessing because the squirrel's going up people's dresses and pants legs, and they think it's the Holy Ghost that landed. Nope, it's just the squirrel. It went berserk, yes, so if you want to listen to this and watch the actual, video, this one gets pretty hilarious. Another one is one who has passed away, but he also did a funny way he did a voice, and he had a ukulele. If anybody ever remembered Tiny Tim, his song goes, I tiptoe through the tulips, oh yes we go, we'll tiptoe through the tulips with me. Yep. So if you want to listen to that one, it's pretty not hilarious, but he puts his voice into this little, tune that, and they put it in with a, I know it was a horror movie, and it made it even horror the way the kid was listening to it. So, yeah, this one could be kind of scary, so be careful. Another one is Down at Camp Where's the Cow? We go hiking every weekend, and we have a place to go. Yes, well, this is one of Ray Stevens' songs where he sends his kids off to camp. And it's worth a cowie. Yes, and listening to the song, it's kind of eerie. I don't think I would send my kids to camp if I had any, because the way he made it sound like, it was kind of a little on the scary side, but it's probably hilarious. Another one is him and Doris, his wife, went on a ride, and they go by this church, and it's open for services. He decides to go in, and it's a rattlesnake retreat. They start handing him rattlesnakes left and right, and poor Doris snaps because she don't like snakes, so It wasn't good for the snakes, but you know, but to hear how his wife snapped at it, it's kind of hilarious. I would just suggest you watch this one. This one's another Ray Stevens. This is Carol Church Gardner signing off. I hope you like this one. Hit a share, hit a like, hit a comment. Make sure you subscribe. And I'm sorry if my singing was that terrible for you. So I hope you have a nice one. See ya.